Hello, my little bees. Weekend, sorry, late message for the day. Let's see who is going to be with us today. See who play. Oops. We have the Archangel Uriel with us today with the number 4. Talks to us about illumination, inner power, ideas into form. So, maybe you guys woke up with a lot of energies today and some project that you're finally going to put into form. You have the strength, you have the energy. You just also woke up with like an answer to a project you needed an idea for. So sounds like it's going to be quite a creative day today. I'm so sorry I don't have Mother Mary out today, but I figured I left that one out, and I will bring her back out again from the deck. I used this deck for physical description yesterday, and I wanted to give the opportunity for that physical look to come out. Okay, so let's see what energy we have today on top of this awesome and the Archangel Uriel. By the way, we have Yin. The Archangel Uriel, I want to add something to this because I always pray to a few angels before doing a reading, and we do pray to Uriel for spirituality and light, so hence, the illumination. So he is quite the protector and the powerful angel, to have with us. So that's quite cool. Yin. Yin, I'm going to take the book because I believe this is a female energy. I mean, we do have pink. We have number 2, which talks about teamwork, couple. With the pink, we do have the notion of love here. I believe, I want to double check because I always get confused between yin and yang. I believe yang is a masculine energy and yin is a feminine energy, but this one doesn't come up very often, so we have time. It's Saturday. By the way, whenever you hear this message, if it's not a Saturday, it's because there is a message for you regardless, but I have a little bit more time. Yin, essential meanings, the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move. Gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. So what that also tells me, see, I was telling you, okay, when you woke up, you probably woke up with a lot of energy, with a great idea, like, hey, I'm going to do this today, have all these plans, ideas coming into form. With the number 2 and the description that I read here with the gathering information, it feels like this project, this idea, this thing you have a lot of energy for today, you may need some help to put it together and listen to the advice that are going to be given to you. That's the also, something funny, even though as an independent woman, I tend to like to do things on my own, but there is a feeling today that maybe for some of you ladies out there, happy birthday, Rebecca, by the way. It is truly her birthday today, so I'm sending you love and hugs. Also another very independent lady. Maybe today for some of us women is also time to listen to our partners and the advice they may be giving us. Sometimes we have the desire to do things on our own, but it feels like we need to be not necessarily the damsel in distress, but maybe this illumination also you need to have is that having your masculine help could be quite welcome and leading you towards something good for today. So that is highly unusual for me to say that, but that's the feeling I get with this. The Oracle's message: this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounties that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you will see how quickly your dreams manifest. That's really interesting. For today, it's really telling you not to take action, but to be led into action. How about we look at the relationship message? Let others take the lead right now. So we are back to that. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrendering. Conscious surrender. Really, let the energies help you and push you today. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. This is like really interesting, where you render control today to the universe. This is interesting. I'm gonna try and remember that for myself. Okay, let's see, s'il vous plaît, if the tarot is going to confirm this in today's message. This is quite lovely. It's like a be the girly girl today, for those of you who can. Look at that, the Seven of Pentacles, and you have the couple looking at the future together. It could be the baby or whatever future project you may have. But this is quite lovely. Okay, so let's go. One last shuffle, one little cut. S'il vous plaît, les anges, what should we focus on today? Oh, the Five of Pentacles again. Some of you may have some more grieving to do, some more hurt to go through, some more pain to release. So maybe this is part of this project. Look at how you have, I was talking about the number 2 and letting other people to bring you the help. It so happened that this is a female energy bringing the help to a masculine energy over here sitting. But, just allow yourself to release the pain that you have, and allow yourself to be helped. Focus on you today, really. I like how it's also sitting protected by the tree. This kind of makes me think of, this is the Mermaid Tarot. In The Little Mermaid, the cartoon from from my childhood. So that would be what, 90s, 80s, 90s. In The Little Mermaid, she goes and there is a Little Mermaid. Not The Little Mermaid, Pocahontas. It was in Pocahontas that she goes and talks to a tree. I was just thinking of The Little Mermaid, the scene when they are on the boat and it sings "Kiss the Girl," where you have all that foliage. So that was the idea. But the tree reminded me of mother foliage or something like that. The tree that Pocahontas goes to when she's sad, when she doesn't feel well, when she needs advice, and that's how I'm feeling here. Like maybe also, go talk to your grandparent or this wise person in your environment, in your entourage, that will be here to give you the right advice. That is a message I wanted to come out. So here it is. What should you let go today? What should we let go? Trying to look for balance. Okay, there are days when it happens, and today that's interesting. Justice is a sign that balance is going to be made for you anyways. So try not to make things happen. Maybe if you're looking of tit for tat, you did that for me, I'm going to do that for you. Let go. Balance, karma will happen on its own. So don't try to it could be because you have that pain. Maybe you're angry with someone and and want to retaliate in a way, let go, release, trust that the universe always finds a way to take care of rebalancing for you. So let it be. And what's your advice for today, s'il vous plaît? Like you didn't have enough advice already. Judgment! Wasn't I just telling you that it was going to happen? And the Six of Pentacles is sharing. If you need something, it will be given to you. If you can help someone, please go ahead and help them. That's a notion of the Six of Pentacles. Go back to that teamwork I was talking about at the beginning of the guidance. Okay, so the advice being judgment. Again, like you have two major arcana in this reading. One for letting go, so really trusting the universe to take care of things on your own. And justice and judgment, to me, like really kind of like complete each other. With judgment, we have the notion of like new things happening, but also karma happening. And with this one, you know, with judgment, we often see, we have the idea of usually it's the angel. See how it's this character here is blowing in the big shell here, and that's creating all these energies over here. In the classic tarot, the judgment card is the angel. I believe it's Gabriel that's blowing in the horn. And this is pretty much like Judgment Day type. This just means the end of a situation, going towards a new, but definitely with the notion of destiny or fate that's happening. Sometimes I think it's in the Light Seers Tarot where you see the soul kind of like going out of the body. So it's your growth. So your advice is probably to see the beauty after the pain, the new life after the pain. And I was talking about balance and karma over here. See how you have everybody in their bubbles kind of like waiting to find out, either waiting to be born or waiting to find out what the result of the actions will be. See how you have this like bubble egg with this new character kind of like being born. So that's what I feel out of this card as an advice, is really trusting that what is meant to be will happen anyway, and it is beautiful. Regardless of what you may fear. Maybe also release that fear, because definitely balance will be here. Since I have time, I don't know about you, but I have time, so I want to add what the book says about the judgment, just because I'm not very familiar with the Mermaid Tarot yet, and I find it a little different than the regular tarot, obviously, and that's why I like to use different ones. The shaman of rebirth plays the ancient song of release through his conch shell, filling the water with waves of forgiveness. So we are talking about forgiveness here. To those with open hearts, the song releases from them the binding bubbles and allows them to swim free. It is only those who feel worthy to drop their burdens that find themselves reborn, new and ready to start again. So this is very important here. That deserving part. It is, where is it? It is only those who feel worthy to drop their burdens. A lot of times in a lot of the readings, there is that forgiveness that comes out, whether it's from the tea message or with the healing cards, or even with the gratitude, or with the oracles, with the angel guide. Every time comes a forgive and what is it, forgiveness and release, or something like that, where you really have some work to do to realize how much blockage you give yourself by not feeling worthy. Every single one of us beings is worthy of love and of forgiveness, and worthy of giving the same to others. You will not see how much blockage you create for yourself when you don't allow yourself this forgiveness. You carry anger towards other people if you don't forgive them, so you hurt yourself, and you may carry guilt by not forgiving yourself for other actions that other people may have forgiven you already. So this is really self-inflicted pain when we don't practice forgiveness and gratitude. Those who feel their sins are too heavy or too large to forgive will stay trapped and suffering of their own creation. There you go, that's what I was just telling you. Thankfully, the shaman will play again, always offering an opportunity for liberation and rebirth. I love this. So this is quite the powerful advice you are getting today. How do you work with the energy of judgment? Are you free and easy with how you dish it out, in turn allowing others to do the same when it comes to judging you? Or are you forgiving, compassionate, and understanding exactly how you would want others to be with you? Found yourself on the other side of a judgment-filled glare. Judgment is a mindset more than anything. It is a standard we have set for how we decided what actions are good and what actions are bad. In turn, judgment leads us to decide how actions should or should not be punished. And who are we to decide how people should be judged? Everything seems fine until you fall prey to your own rules. Think carefully about how you deal with judgment today. Maybe in this instance, you can be the shaman and help release someone else from the burden of guilt and shame. And it is difficult, but I know I tried every time I'm thinking of getting angry, of having that anger emotion coming. It's like I turn around and try and go back and see where the other person is coming from, and realize sometimes the easiest thing to do is just either to walk away and give them time to think, and come back with a lightened heart anyways, because you're wasting everybody's time. Life is too short to go over those things. So before I go to Mother Mary, I know this was a long daily message, but hey, that's how it is today. That's how the cards want to be. That's how the guides want to be. I keep forgetting to use that new Salt and Sea Energy deck I received. So let's see, just for the fun of it, what card will want to come out here. S'il vous plaît, because that's just the powerful message. Well, with the Archangel Uriel, we cannot get something not powerful anyways. Let's see, we have, two come out. Jellyfish, let yourself be seen, be transparent. That was in the truth message of yesterday. Oh, and you got a yes. So whatever you may have been wondering, it's a big fat yes. That's nice. And at the bottom of the deck, Perfect Fish. So if any one of you is a big fan of SpongeBob like I am, to me that talks about, what's her name, Mrs. Puffs, always SpongeBob. So see, like, instead of getting angry with whoever today, just be like, oh, SpongeBob. Know your limits and boundaries. So that's a good thing to remember too. Don't let, being forgiving and understanding doesn't mean also letting everybody else walk all over you. It is important to remember that. S'il vous plaît, Maman Mary, message for today. Well, whoa. What do we have? I'm going to, two came out. I'm just going to pick Our Lady of Promise. Our Lady of Promise, here is her picture. Oh, she's quite pretty. Look at that, and there is a nest, talking about, again, the new beginning, because the eggs, there is one egg that's like jumping out somehow. We had that new birth here. Somewhere there was a notion of a new birth. With a judgment. As you labor towards a peaceful resolution, it is definitely about forgiveness and discussion and stuff like that today, and working together. As you labor toward a peaceful resolution, become willing and capable of stepping into the freedom of a new cycle of your destiny. Her light is here. Her promise is urging you onward. No matter what is happening for you right now, the deep truth of what is unfolding is her promise of new life. Everything else is just a symptom of that. Have faith, trust her, and believe. Wow, that was nice. I wish you all a beautiful day, and remember all this because that was an awesome message for today. Bye bye, sending love.